we've been unwilling to change in the right ways to make this a functional family. Too many lines have been crossed. Too many times when we've gone, I've given. And now I'm sitting here going, I've given too much and I don't have more of this to give. This is so dysfunctional. And you just go, I don't want to live like this anymore.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Red Lipstick Club. If you're new here, hit subscribe, join us. We have a great time here. If you're coming back, hey, welcome back, y'all. If you also like this video, hit the like button, but wait closer to the end because I really want to know if you actually like it or you're just helping me out. Either way, make sure you subscribe. I love seeing you guys here. So I had to do a few more videos for the week because I want to rev up for Sunday, and there were a few more things I wanted to talk about. Also, I know you guys hate the reflection. I ordered the tripod. It's almost here. I'm super excited. So hopefully that'll help. But I could not help but show you guys my super cute new glasses. They are orange and blue, and I got them for football season. I'm a huge Bronco fan, so I'm excited. What do you guys think? If you like the glasses, put some glasses in the comments below. But I'm excited. I'm loving them. But I had to come talk to you guys about this today because I had in a couple shorts, like a couple weeks ago, I said in a short, I wonder why Cody's dad didn't pass the ranch on to Cody. And was it with trust, or why was that ranch not passed down to Cody? And as you know, Cody wasn't raised in polygamy, right? His dad became a polygamist later on in life and added an additional wife. And there's 5 sisters, 5 brothers. I believe there's one other brother that's also a polygamist outside of Cody. But Cody clearly was the one that bought into the doctrine, right? He got really in there, 4 wives. And you can really tell that this choice to do this probably had a lot to do with pleasing his father. I don't know about you, but I've recognized a lot of daddy issues with Cody. And now we're really starting to see that reflect in his behavior even more when dealing with his sons. So as you guys know, a couple of his brothers have a podcast, and I believe it's Travis. There's Travis, Michael, and Wynn that are like on this podcast. But the brothers in the podcast mentioned how they were dealing with some domestic issues with their father growing up and how he was not a really good person to them. And that his father Wynn experienced the same thing growing up as well. And now he was basically passing that generationally down to his children. And the brothers, Cody and his brothers, were really adamant about not doing that to their children, to not be domestically irresponsible with how you're treating your kids. You know what I'm talking about. The DV, basically, but for children, so to speak. So when you're looking at that situation, it kind of paints a picture of what Cody's growing up was like. And I do remember as well that when he went back to visit his family, but for his high school reunion. And do you guys remember that there was one young woman, one ex classmate of his that said, oh, we thought that Cody was gay. And it almost feels like I'm wondering if that was also something his dad was just driving him crazy about too. And maybe he got even more abuse from that and felt like he had to present an even more overly masculine presentation, right? Well, I'm wondering if that had also something to do with why his dad did not pass the ranch down to him, knowing he had sons that loved working on the ranch. He had the big family. It would make sense, especially if they were dealing with some poverty issues growing up, that they would live on that property, right? And he would run the ranch, and that would be their life. So I always found that to be interesting that his dad didn't pass that ranch down on him. Tell me what you think about that in the comments, but it's always something that kind of stood out for me. And then in season 17, when they were talking about his relationship with Gabe and how now he was at a point where he was demanding that his children respected him. And he was also saying that relationships between parents and children are really complex, and that he had his own issues with his parents, and his own daddy issues. And he believes that he's passed that on to his sons. And I'm wondering, because I don't see somebody like Wynn not asking for respect. In fact, I feel that his dad probably was low on the love tank and very high on the respect tank with his children. And that was just something that everybody understood. And there was no option, no matter how he treated you, whether or not you were to respect him. And I'm wondering if, as Cody was going through this situation with COVID and seeing how his kids responded and recognizing that his kids didn't really have much respect for him, instead of looking at that situation and saying, what is it about my behavior that would make these children not respect me and not just respect my decisions? Instead, he turned to an abusive side. Sorry, I had to say it, but that's what he focused on. He turned to that and started to be emotionally abusive to his children. And so we're seeing that kind of play out in season 18, where he's continuing that cycle with now Savannah by alienating Savannah. He's done it to his wives, just emotionally alienating everyone, and has taken no accountability. And it's interesting. I'm wondering if his dad, when he was having issues with his dad, if his dad told him, well, the phone works both ways. You're an adult. You can contact me if you really want a relationship with me. They also mentioned when Christine's mom passed away, he was asking his siblings to all forgive his father. And apparently his siblings were mad with him for trying to force them to have some forgiveness for somebody that they didn't have forgiveness for. And it feels like he's doing the same thing. It's almost like he's projecting what he wants his children to do. I think he just wishes all his kids would just forget about everything he's done and just forgive him and get over it. And I would also like to say, take a look back, you guys, at season 17, the tell-alls. I've been kind of like going back and forth with those because we're seeing a lot of the reactions come from what has happened in this season 18. Because keep in mind, season 17 tell-alls were basically filmed after season 18. So we're seeing the response to what occurred in season 18. They didn't bring up the text stream in there as well. And we also saw Cody just kind of double down on how he felt about respect, but we did see him try to make an apology to his children, almost as if he had an epiphany of how he had repeated that generational cycle to his own kids. I don't know, you guys. It was very interesting for me to kind of think about the daddy issues. Maybe feeling that his masculinity was being tested. Which I don't know if his father did that to him, but I would not be shocked if it was an issue that he had with his dad, a constant questioning of his masculinity. And did he maybe go into polygamy to basically avoid any assumption that he was heterosexual? I don't know. It doesn't really matter what it is. And it doesn't feel that he's not, engaged or in love with any of his wives. I mean, with Robin, he seems pretty engaged. But I'm wondering if this all was kind of a ploy to seem more masculine to his dad and become more worthy to his dad. I don't know if you guys have just kind of recognized some of his behaviors that seem over the top, dealing with all of the weapons and, dealing in the sportsman industry. But at the same time, he's got the dazzled shirts on. I don't know. I'm trying to find a happy medium for where I think this guy is, but it's a little off. So either way, tell me what you guys think. Do you think Cody has daddy issues? And if so, do you think that's why he's had such a tough time now connecting with his children? Are the daddy issues to blame? If you think so, if not, I want to hear from you. Go in the comments below, put those comments in there. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share, you guys. I have a Facebook now, so follow me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Follow me on the platforms because you know me, I'm going to be in the chats of all these fun groups on Facebook, and I want to hear from you guys, and I want to be able to connect with you off of YouTube as well. With all that being said, you guys, I will see you later on the tube. Bye.